So yeah, we got the Cardinals coming up this weekend. Quick note, we didn't do this on the instant reaction. It had been too early in the week, but we waived both our guys that weren't able to catch the ball in kick returns. So it was
Yeah, D.
good.
Williams and LaVisca both going bye-bye after the worst kick return collective performance I think I've ever seen from any team.
Yeah, yeah, LaVisca, I think I saw him. He's on the Chargers now. Maybe he'll get
Yeah.
a the Chargers seem to like guys that drop the ball, so maybe he'll get his opportunities with
Quentin.
Mr. Quentin Johnston over there dropping layups left and right. But yeah, we got the Arizona Cardinals this weekend going down into Arizona. I expect, honestly, I kind of expect it to be a higher scoring game than last just because of the
I do too.
location. Arizona seems to be able to put up a lot of points at their home stadium. Look at the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. Granted, those are two awful teams, but they can still put up points. They have the offense to do so. Trey McBride seems to be everywhere besides the end zone for the Cardinals, so got to
He
watch
still
out for
doesn't
that
have
guy.
a touchdown this year.
I don't think so, no.
That's crazy
I
because he
thought
gets
he
like,
had one against the Bears, but I guess not.
yeah, he's been getting like 12, 14 targets a game. So that's just wild. It hasn't worked out for him yet in the end zone. But hey, it happens sometimes. I mean, Noah Fant hasn't gotten a touchdown in like 2 years. It's just the tight end is a harder position to score at. But yeah, I mean, it feels a little bit like deja vu. We just played this team like on November 24th, and here we are like a couple weeks later, going down to what has been historically, we just had a game in the best stadium for the Seahawks outside of Lumen Field. We're headed into the worst. We're headed into the stadium where Russell Wilson, Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Pete Carroll all played their final game with the Seahawks and coached, where we lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots, where tons of players have gotten injured. It's
Not
not a
to
great
mention,
place.
not to mention that disgusting 6-6 tie we had in like 2016.
The 6-6 tie, yep. But here's the deal. We have only lost in that stadium since Kyler Murray has been the quarterback one time, and that was that crazy overtime game in 2020, where it was sort of just a fluky situation. I mean, you had no crowds. Both offenses were just scoring at will. I think the Seahawks had a chance to end that game with 30 seconds left and immediately let the Cardinals score because their defense was so bad at the time. So, all this to say, as terrible as this stadium has been for us historically, we don't lose there very often. And spoiler alert, I don't think we're going to lose again today. I mean, this it's hard to beat a team 7 times in a row. The 49ers could have do it to us, but I think just put blankly, this is the most important game remaining on our schedule. If the Seahawks win this game, we're really in the driver's seat for the division, especially if the Bills knock off the Rams this Sunday, which they should. So to me, this is, I mean, you could lose probably three of the next four after this game as long as you win this one and then beat the Rams at the end of the year. You probably win the division. The
Yeah,
Cardinals, from their perspective, it's not as important, but they're going to be facing an uphill. They're going to be rooting for us to lose a lot if they lose this one.
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like the Rams are the biggest threat for the division because they're really the only one that consistently has our number. I mean,
Hmm.
we split the series with the Niners. I think the Niners are pretty much out of the picture now, given their remaining schedule and how they've been playing and all the injuries and Christian McCaffrey going down. Debo Samuel looks like he can't put down the cheeseburgers. But yeah, the Rams are the big question mark for me because if they keep dropping games, like they have been to winnable teams, like that game against Miami, for example. Um, yeah, I don't know. They're I think down the stretch especially since we still have one more game against them. Um, I could see them kind of coming alive at the end there.
Well, it's just the Rams are so annoying because they're not good this year. They just aren't. But they've had some crazy comeback victories in that 3 game winning stretch, um, where they beat the Raiders, the Vikings, and us, all kind of, down to the wire games. We really should have taken that first one, but we didn't. The Rams coming down the stretch here play Bills, Niners, Jets, Cardinals, Seahawks. So everyone's it's going to be a three-way race to the finish, I think, for the division in the NFC West, and I think we're far enough into the season now where we can really have those conversations and not
Hmm.
be getting too out over our skis. But I think, you look at that Rams schedule, I see at least two losses. But unless we win every single game up until the season finale against them, it's going to be winner take all for that Rams game at the end of the year, like you're saying. So even though I think if we lose this weekend, the Cardinals become instant favorites to win the division. But if we take care of business, like I think we will, it's likely all coming down to that Ram game, which I mean we'll see how we feel when we get there. But they have been a tough team to beat for
Well,
the
and
Seattle team.
I agree the Rams have been bad this year, but it doesn't really make any sense why, because they still have all of their offensive playmakers and their D line, I mean, they got some guys. Jared Verse, he's
And
proven to
Brandon
be.
Fisk, yeah, he was the NFC Defensive Player of the Month, I believe, or Rookie of the Month or something. Got 4 sacks in the last month. So yeah, I
Yeah,
mean they continue to draft really well in LA.
yeah, and my going into the first Rams game, I was really impressed with how we essentially bottled up Kyron Williams, because he had been red hot entering that game we had against them, and our defense looked terrible at the time, couldn't stop a nosebleed. So
Hmm.
I think that is going to kind of be the tipping point in the finale game against them. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but yeah, it'll be all about. I still think it'll all be about stopping the run for coming down the home stretch. And the good news with that is we just activated Uchenna Nwosu to the 53-man roster. So,
Yeah, and that's honestly a big reason why I like the Seahawks in this game against the Cardinals coming up here
mhm.
because we had an outlier good performance against the Cardinals defensively in the run game especially. We held them to less than 50 yards rushing, and Uchenna's mainstay is how good of a run defender he is at that edge position. So if he comes back and plays like it looks like he's going to, I kind of see us being able to at least, get within the ballpark of replicating that performance. And
Mhm.
I think we've shown it. I mean, if you can make any team one dimensional, but from all the times we've played Kyler Murray, if you can make him one dimensional, it's a lot easier to beat that Cardinals team. And I again, at some point this Seahawks offense is going to find their stride. They haven't all season. They've gotten just so many self-inflicted wounds. We play better on the road on offense and we play better in domes. Gino is I mean, look what he did against the Lions earlier this season. I just kind of feel like we're
And the
due to go
Falcons.
off. And the Falcons, yeah. I I kind of feel a 30 burger coming here. I kind of feel like we're gonna win 31-17. That's my prediction. Maybe I'm being a little cocky, but that's just where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I think it'll be closer than that. I think it'll be high scoring, like you said. I think it'll be kind of like what we saw last night with the Lions and the Packers. I think it'll be like a field goal difference, but I think it'll be in the 30s, like
Mm.
30, 34, 31, something like that.
Man, if it's anything like the Lions game last night, I'm gonna be so stressed all Sunday because that was a wild game.
Yeah, hats off to the Lions. I in our pick'em league at work, I took the Packers just because I thought, damn, you guys can beat the Packers twice and win, what is it, 11 in a row? That's an impressive accomplishment. So the
Yeah,
Lions, like I I've like been a believer in the Lions this year, but like I like after last night, I'm like, okay, I think they could easily take down the Chiefs.
I think so too. And like as you were saying, like yeah, I've been a believer in them too. But that doesn't mean you're gonna pick them to win every game. But they
Right.
continue to win every game since they played the Bucks.
Well, and their D line, that's the main reason why I took the Packers because I thought the D line for the Lions would struggle. You know, they're dropping like flies on that defensive line. So Yeah, I think the Lions are for real. And I guess getting a little sidetracked here, trying to stay more Seahawks focused, but um,
Well, it all relates to each other, so
yeah, it's all relative. We're
we're
not we're
it
not doing a good, bad, and ugly this week, so getting a
yeah.
little off topic is fine.
I think you can kind of get a feel of where our power rankings would be. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even change my top 10.
Yeah, same. And I mean, last week we essentially had the same power rankings. I think we just had one team swapped. So,
It feels like the playoff picture in both conferences is more or less set already,
hmm
more than likely, barring a surprise, with the one exception being that final spot in the AFC that the Broncos look like they're pretty much circling,
hmm
and the NFC West winner, which I think after this weekend, I mean, if we win, Rams lose, even that is getting close to a foregone conclusion. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I don't know. I get, do you have much time left? Do you have to get going?
I got to get rolling, but I think in this abbreviated pod, we hit all the main beats I wanted to hit. Excited for the
Yeah.
game. I think it's going to be fun. I really hope Uchenna comes back because as well as this defense has been playing, people forget Uchenna was like a top 3 defensive player for us in 2022, and he hasn't been able to be out there consistently since then. So it'd be a huge boost if he comes back Sunday and plays like he did, about a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's too absurd to have expectations for him to play like that. Uh, Having him back on the field. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Sorry we couldn't do a longer episode. I was having audio issues. It was really pissing me off, but we got it squared away. So
Yeah, JR Takes was a little cursed this week, but thanks for sticking with us. If you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe if you liked what
yes,
you heard, or even if you didn't want to, or if you didn't like it and you just want to hate watch, hit that subscribe button, whatever you want to do.
yeah, I don't mind having some haters. In fact, I embrace the haters.
Yeah, come
Go
on down.
go check out that Nick Sirianni video, and you can hate all you want on my stupid ass takes.
Hey, but we leave our takes up, good or bad.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna take that video down. In fact, you know what? I might repost it.
Why they're doing so good.
Uh,
Alrighty.
all right. Well, yeah, we'll see you guys next week, and we'll come out firing with good, bad, ugly, power
Oh yeah,
rankings, and all
baby.
that jazz.
Yep. Thanks for watching, everybody.